how did you kind of build that business in the beginning?
I will say I feel like that part I had a little easier time than most. I did the bulk of my business in Marion. I still do the bulk of my business in Marion. I've lived here my entire life. My ex-husband was a business owner. I had a lot of contacts. Um,
Sure.
so I felt like I didn't have to work really hard those first 5 years, which was kind of a not a great thing. I could do, I could get that $1 million club, and really I wasn't putting a whole lot into marketing. I wasn't people were just calling me once that, they knew I was doing it. I will say I did do social media, at the time, because I figured my biggest thing was getting people to realize, put my name with real estate, because I
Yeah.
hadn't, I was Taylor and Colt's mom. So but I think when I first started seeing that, hey, I could do more of this, I started doing videos of people's
Mm,
houses. If I listed a house, and not very many people were doing videos at that time, at least in Marion for sure. And I look back at some of those videos now and they were so bad. But in my mind, I thought, everybody tends to make up their mind whether they even want to go see a house by the pictures online.
yeah.
And I thought, what if they had a video? So I would basically just do a video walkthrough, up to the house, and then kind of giving them the floor plan of the house with the walkthrough.
Yeah.
And man, did things start taking off when I did that. And I can remember there was an agent that actually I had used before I became an agent. She was getting ready to retire, and somebody had called her about listing their house. And she said, "Hey, I'm getting out of it now." And she didn't work at the brokerage I did, and but she said, "I'll tell you who I think you should call." And so when that person called me, they told me the reason she told them to call me was, she said, she's doing things that nobody else is.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, I hadn't even thought about it like that. I just thought it was something
Right.
that I would want to see.
Yeah.
So that definitely, my business definitely jumped after I started doing videos. And then the more business I did, the more serious I became about it. So then I started looking more into the other things that I could do.
Sure. I'm curious, do you think, because, it's crazy to think about for probably people getting into the business now, but, 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015, social media wasn't
Oh yeah.
what it is today, right? Like when I got in, even 2012, 2013, it was like 70% should be your personal and 30% should, like they were structuring,
Right.
what you posted and, all that stuff. So, but I'm curious, do you think that your background in college going for, you know, journalism and news and the DJ experience played into that ability to then think video? Because
Yeah.
even to this day, videos everywhere, but agents are so
Yes.
paralyzed by it.
And I have an agent that on my team, and last year was her first full year, and she's amazing. People love her. She she's terrified of doing a video. She does not like
Yeah.
being on camera. So I think, yeah, I was a dancer. That part of it didn't bother me.
Yeah.
I will say I'm probably one of those people, you wouldn't know it today, but I would waste too much time. Like I would shoot a video and think, oh my gosh, my hair was horrible in that, or why did I have that shirt on, and then wouldn't post them. And
Yeah.
I can remember sitting in a training with the two girls that do Real Social.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't think of their name right now, but anyway, they said it was like they were inside my head. They said, if you're one of those people who take video after video after video and don't post it because something's not right, just post it. There's always going to be something that's not right. You've got
Yeah.
to get them out there. So yeah, I think the making the videos were easier for me from being the DJ, from being, doing interviews, from um being a dancer, but I definitely see it in, like I said, especially in my one agent. She's got the best personality. That's why people love her.
Yeah.
and she's a hairdresser, but man, she hates doing video. And it's like we did one. So at the beginning of the year, I started my first team last year with help from Coldwell Banker, and just we were small team up until October, and then went large team because our admin got her license, and I thought, well, okay. So anyway,
Yeah.
the January we added a few more. I brought on a co-team lead. Things were getting a little crazy, so we changed the name, and we wanted to do a whole new rollout. Well, that
Yeah.
included we had someone come in and actually shoot video, and everybody had to kind of do a little clip on themselves. And she was like, I might need, because we were shooting it in like on a Monday morning. And she's like, can we do it in the afternoon or in the evening? Because I might need to have a drink first. I said, and she did
Hey,
fine. And she has realized that video is important. So we'll see.
whatever it takes, right?
Yeah. Yeah. She
And
did
I'll
it.
and I'll
So
yeah, and I'll plug Kim Mills and Whitney Abraham
there you
from
go.
Real
Yes.
Social. So if
Thank
you
you.
guys are thinking about dipping your toes into social media, make sure you hit them up because I'm also a client of theirs,
Yeah. Yeah.
and they help me out as well. So
Yeah. They're
no, that's
amazing.
awesome. Angie, when did you? So there was this point in your career and in your life where it's I'm gonna take that next step and I'm gonna go from doing this part time to full time and really focus on growing that business. Kind
Yeah.
of walk me through some of that.
It was kind of forced. I had been I my first husband, he's a great man, but we had been married 25 years, and he decided he didn't want to be married anymore. And all of a sudden I realized I'm going to be supporting myself, and that was an eye opener because I think then too, so that first year wasn't great. I think I was so stressed about, I put more
Sure.
pressure on myself and made things work worse. I made $14,000 in real estate that year.
Mm,
And you talk about being panicked because I thought, in all honesty, how am I going to take care of myself? And I always thought I would leave something for my kids, or so that's when you have one of those talks with yourself, and you say, you better buckle down. You bet if this isn't going to work, you better find something that does. But it's time. And man, I dug in after that, and that next year I did 78 closings by myself.
wow.
And yeah, it was unbelievable. And I thought, okay, now I can do this.
I mean,